Hello, everyone. This is meteorologist Bill Steffen. Interesting fact, so far in the month of January in the continental United States, the contiguous 48 states, it has been the coldest January since 1994. So that's a long, 31 years since we had a January this cold. That's from January 1 through the 24th. It'll ease back a little bit here over the next few days, so that may not hold here through the end of the month, but this has been certainly a rather cold period of weather for us here. Well, we got a windy Monday coming up. Before we get to that, let's talk about some climate data here. Does not include Sunday, but so far this month of January in Grand Rapids, nearly 5 degrees colder than average. It's pretty significant. We've had 18 days colder than average and 5 days that have been warmer than average. There are a couple in there that were exactly average. Not a single day this month has been warmer than 40 degrees, so we didn't really get a January thaw, which traditionally is 3 days with temperatures above freezing and the snow melting off a little bit, but didn't get that. So far, season snowfall at the Ford Airport in Grand Rapids, 51.5 inches. Last year, through the whole winter, we only had 47.5 inches, so we're already 4 inches above that, and there's more to come for sure. Only two days this month we've had not a trace of snowfall, and that is unusual. That does not include Sunday, by the way, so we may be up to 3 at this point. Days are getting longer. Sunrise at 8:01, sunset at 5:49, and we have gained 47 minutes of daylight since the winter solstice. Temperature lags the position of the sun by around a month. So the coldest part of winter, we bottom out right around January 19 to 20. And so now the average temperatures will ever so slowly start to creep up once again. It's been a windy month, and boy, this is certainly going to be a windy Monday for us. Average wind speed through the month so far at 11 miles an hour, and we're probably going to add to that here during the day today. Percent of possible sunshine for the month, 23%. That's a little bit lower than average, and of course we were lower than average in December as well, with just 17% there. So this has been a cloudy winter here, not a lot of sunshine. And we've had continuous snow on the ground in Grand Rapids since January the 1st. Here's a look at what's ahead for the next 5 days. The main thing to look at is the temperatures aren't going to be quite as cold. Low to mid 30s here expected here from Monday through Friday. Little bit of sunshine poking through from time to time. And temperatures at night down in the mid-teens to low 20s. There is still some snow on the ground in parts of northern Florida up into Georgia. That's snow on the ground for 48 hours, which is really unusual. Of course, it was very unusual that they got the snow to begin with here. You can still see some snow from the system from a couple of weeks ago there in Kansas. A lot of snow in the Rockies has kept or in the western United States in general, has kept the ski areas there happy. You can see the difference Lake Michigan has made. Snowfall over in the Milwaukee area has totaled around 12 inches, and that has melted off. There's no snow on the ground there, while Grand Rapids has had 51 and a half, so quite a difference there. And you can see the darker blue downwind from all 5 of the Great Lakes. Lake effect snow up in the UP, east of Georgian Bay and Lake Huron, east of Lake Michigan, Erie, and Ontario. Well, here's a look at some skiers Sunday at Bittersweet Ski Area. It's been a great month for skiing and winter sports, and that trend is going to continue here this week. It'll be a touch warmer with temperatures low to mid 30s during the daytime. So if you've hesitated going out because it's been on the cold side, and those people are kind of few, I would think. Get out this week because it should be a good week for that. Wind advisory in effect for today. And we have gale warnings for Lake Michigan for waves as high as 8 to 12 feet. Wind gusts could reach 40 to 45 miles an hour during the day. The wind advisory is in effect from early morning here right on through the evening hours. So beware of the fact that we are going to be seeing some strong winds. They will be throughout the entire area. Today's temperatures up into the low to mid 30s, low temperatures in the early morning in the upper teens. Southwest winds 15 to 30 miles an hour. The 30 will be right around the lakeshore, but a very windy day here. Could even be a few power outages due to that. And here's a look at your 5-day forecast. Look for increasing clouds on Tuesday. Could be some snow Tuesday night into Wednesday, but it doesn't really cool off much. We're still like low to mid 30s here. Best bet for seeing some sun is probably during the day on Thursday, and we may see a smidgen of sun early Friday before a mix of precipitation moves in. We can actually see a little bit of freezing rain here into Friday night or Saturday, so keep that in mind as you make your weekend plans. And I don't know what's here because daughter number 3 was going to surprise me with something. What's something that you always say? Um, I often quote the Ben Franklin quotation that some people are weather-wise, but most are otherwise. That's one of my favorite sayings. Well, let's see. Things Bill always says. It's the first time I'm reading this myself. At a parade, it never rains on me when I'm in a parade. That's for sure. Sometimes there's a heavy dew, but it never rains on me in a parade. When you hurt your toe, we'll have to call a tow truck. Yeah, that's an old line that Bozo the Clown used, and I've co-opted that one. I had a great time in Holland once where a kid stubbed his toe and was crying, and I ran that little joke past him, and he went from crying to laughing in about 10 seconds. Passing a graveyard, people are just dying to get in there. Yes, it is indeed a grave situation. And every day the blizzard of 76 was epic. That I think should be the blizzard of 78, and that made my career. I was the only meteorologist on the air for a very short period of time before everybody else got in, and the audience was incredibly huge. And I remember going to Myers the week after the blizzard, and I just got inundated with people that want to talk about the snow in their separate community. And there I am in a parade. I like doing parades. Not all TV people like doing parades, but I like being in parades. I really do. Fun fact, Celsius versus Fahrenheit. 70 degrees Fahrenheit is 21.1 Celsius. Why does the United States use Fahrenheit? Well, Canada used to use Fahrenheit, and then they switched over, and it took an awful long time for people to get used to using Celsius. Only about 10% of the world's countries do that, use Fahrenheit. It was the standard temperature scale as the United States was developing. And of course, our founding fathers had thermometers. Washington, Jefferson, these people watched the weather. They were farmers on the side and were really interesting. George Washington used to take this thermometer all around the house to see what room was the warmest and what the difference is if he closed this door and opened another door. It's pretty interesting to read what he did with the weather. Most countries switched over at some point, some soon after the development of Celsius, but some not until, I think Canada was in the 1960s maybe, or early 70s when it switched over. And everybody kept talking about the weather in temperatures in Fahrenheit because a lot of them watched U.S. television. A lot of people in Canada live within the signal strength of a U.S. television station and watch that. So very interesting. Slide inspired by daughter number 3's current trip to the UK. And there will be pictures from that coming up. She had a sunny day over there, which was amazing. They get a lot of cloudy, rainy days over in England. And she just brought some sunshine. So pretty interesting. She's over there singing with I think I heard an 850 voice choir from all over the world. So very, very interesting. She'll have more on that a little bit later on. So again, you can grow our YouTube channel. You can go get the weather anytime you like at BillSteffen.com. Have yourself a great day. Hang on to your hat. Very windy Monday ahead.